All right, here's the key to building your business. The problem with most people, they ask me is, how do I get people to do X? Or I hired people and they did this. Or how do I get them to change their attitude? Or they started selling and then they slowed down. Or guys, first of all, understanding the key to building a business is recruiting every day, all day. The key to the team you build is it's ever moving, it's ever evolving. You're not going to change the fact that people do or don't do things. It doesn't make them good people. It doesn't make them bad people. But what happens with most folks is they build a business in any sales organization or direct distribution. They get a couple people on their team and they spend 90% of their time trying to get them to do something. Here's the magic, because it's not magic. They're going to do what they need to do anyway. You always feel like, well, if I'm not there doing this for them, they won't grow. No, if this guy or girl needs to sell 8 cases a week to make a living, and that's what he or she does, they're going to do it with or without you. Now, you're trying to teach them to build a team, right? You'd like them to hire a bunch of people, build something profitable, make passive income. I get it. You want to empower them to do all of the above. I'd like to as well. But the only thing I can control is what I'm doing here, right? If I'm the one recruiting the people. So I'm always recruiting. I want to help you. You tell me you want to build a business, you're working hard, I'm in there helping you. But I don't overstay my welcome either. A lot of people think that they're the ones responsible for the people's success. They're not. And the thing that you have to tell yourself is when they do well, the people on your team, it's because they did well. And when they don't do well, it's not your responsibility either. Don't take credit for their success. You won't take credit for their failures either. I'm always recruiting. I love everybody. I want everybody to win. I'm happy for everybody. But I don't ever think that this person is going to do more or less because I'm telling them what to do. And a lot of times what we do is we want to, and I think it comes from a good place. A lot of times I think we want to help so much that we're like, I'm going to talk to this person 3 times a day. The reality is that I'm always recruiting new people because that's what keeps me excited. You want your excitement level to be high in your business, always recruiting more people. The reason successful programs, athletically, business, whatever it is because they're always trying to recruit. They're always building. Any good athletic program doesn't recruit one person to play one position. Now, the beautiful thing about business is you can recruit as many people as you want. There's not just one person to go sell. You can recruit 1,000 people a year. And as long as you have enough leads and enough products for them to sell, enough people who want to buy those products, life is really good. But you always have to be recruiting. Everybody's like, always be closing. Okay, well, always be building. Always be recruiting. That's what I did. Everybody I came into contact with, and I know this as of today, I still see that 70 to 80% of people in America, depending on what study you read, say they need a second or third income. 70 or 80% of the people say, I need a second or third income to pay my bills. If there's hundreds of millions of people in America, this is a pretty big group for me. That means that 7 or 8 out of every 10 people I encounter, statistically, are like, hey man, I'd like to make some extra money. And my best recruiting pitch to today, and it's been the same now for 15 years, is, hey, dude, do you like keeping your options open to make some extra money outside of what you're currently doing now? Yes or no? It's not rearrange your life. It's not quit your job tomorrow. It's, if I could show you a way to make some extra money, would you be interested or not? Yes or no? No, I wouldn't be. Cool. Yes, I would be. Cool. Awesome. No, I wouldn't be. My brother might. He needs to make some extra money. Cool. And people are pretty good at not wanting to be honest with you about their financial situation. The reason I think I always did well, I was very honest about my situation. I didn't bullshit people. If I wasn't doing well, I was like, when people approached me and I needed to make extra money, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm keeping my options open. What you got? I didn't front and act like I had more than I did. I was like, yeah, man, I'd like to be in a better position. I didn't throw up on them and complain about my life history for 10 minutes either. But I was like, yeah, dude, I'm open. What do you have? And I think that you have to make sure you're talking to people. And what a lot of people do is they'll say, I'm not, but I got my buddy over here that is. It's like they don't want to be the one that's not doing well. Hey, if 70 or 80% of people say they need a second or third income, 70 or 80% of people aren't doing well. And dude, that's okay. When you're not doing well, the only danger is to pretend like you are. That's how you die financially. When you're not doing well and you go, I'm not doing well, I need to do better. That's how you thrive and you grow and you survive. So, but you're always recruiting. So for me, I'm always rearranging. I'm figuring out where to work. I also know, I'll be honest with you, that directly, like really hard, I can't work with more than like 8, 10 people on a pretty regular basis. Like I can't call 100 people 3 times a day. But if I can get 8 or 10 strong ones in here and I can get my message to them and then they can get my message out to the people on their team and they can work hard to do that, dude, that's about all I need. And then once I empower those 8 or 10, I'll move on to 8 or 10 more. But remember that they're still going to do what they want to do. You'll convince yourself, unfortunately, that they won't. Like, I need to be there for them to do it. When they look at their bills and they go, this is how much I need, they're going to do it. We unfortunately are here's what we're trying to fix. How do we get people to do more than they need to do? Most people are really good when my back's against the wall, do enough to get by, and then I'll slow down. How do we get people to work that hard when their back's not against the wall? How to work that hard for them to go get more, not just to get by. And that's the rub. That's the struggle that most of us have. How do you conquer that? Always be recruiting. Always be building. Always be present. That doesn't mean in your business all day long. That means you be working, you're present. Always be present. Always be around doing something. And when you're doing something, make sure many people can see you do it. If I want to get a message out to 400 people in this distribution, well, I can't call 400 at one time. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I can. I get in a Zoom and invite all 400 on. What if I'm trying to teach this guy to build a bigger business and he's trying to work on his profitability? Why don't I invite everybody to watch me coach him up? What if I want to talk to these 3 guys because they're similarly situated? I call this one and get these 2 on a phone call for a 10-minute phone call, but all 3 of them hear me do that. When I'm getting coached up, I want people to hear me do that. I want to get as many people around the message as I possibly can. But again, always be recruiting, always be building, always be present, and always be growing yourself. You personally have to be growing. All the things we're talking about here, you become emotionally attached to your business unit. And what do you do when you're emotionally attached to it? You want to build it. How do you do that? You recruit. If I make a decision to talk to as many people as I can on a daily basis, let's say I talk to 15 people a day, and it could take me a minute to talk to them. 15 to 20 minimally every single day, every day. Let's say I go with 20, gets me 140 a week. How do you compete with me if you talk to 4? It doesn't matter which 140 I talk to because it's not me. You could be a recruit. You could be 10 times the recruiter I am. My activity's higher. And I'm not selling me. I'm selling my business opportunity. I'm selling my income, expenses, real result, path of least resistance, low barrier of entry, whatever. And it better be a good business. It better be a staple. That's why I liked real estate, waste management, life insurance. Everybody's going to buy and or sell a house. Everybody's got to live somewhere, buy and or rent. Everybody's going to throw stuff out. Waste management seemed like it made sense. And life insurance, well, nobody's going to get out of here alive. So everybody's going to use the product. So for me, I wanted to outwork you. I built my business through insane, tireless work ethic. Always be recruiting, always be building, always be present, and always be growing personally, and you'll scale your business.